Hello friends, this video on motion part 13 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Let's look at problem 2. It says a train is traveling at a speed of 90 kilometers per hour. Okay, brakes are applied so as to produce a uniform acceleration of minus 0.5 meter per second square. So we are applying brakes to decrease the speed. Find how far the train will go before it is brought to rest. So that means in this case initial velocity is 90 kilometers per hour. So if we want to change it into meter per second, it will become 90 into 1000 divided by 60 into 60. So this comes out to be 25 meter per second, right? Now accelerate. Now in this case we have to find out the distance till which the train will go before it comes to rest. That means finally it has to come to rest. So its final velocity should be equal to 0. What is the acceleration? Acceleration is minus 0.5 meter per second square. So it is basically retarding, right? We have to calculate the value of s. Now from the third kinematic equation, we know that v square is equal to u square plus 2as. So s becomes equal to v square minus u square divided by 2a. Right? So v is 0, so this becomes minus u square by 2a. This is equal to minus 25 square divided by 2 into minus 0.5. So this minus and this minus will get cancelled. So we get it as 625 meters. So this train will travel a distance of 625 meters and after that it will come to rest. Let's have a look at problem 3. It says a trolley while going down an inclined plane has an acceleration of 2 centimeter per second square. What will be its velocity 3 seconds after the start? So in this case, the acceleration of the trolley is given as 2 centimeter per second square. So if you convert it into meter per second square, it will be 0.02 meter per second square. So what will be the velocity 3 seconds after the start? So that means we have to calculate the velocity after 3 seconds. So time will be equal to 3 seconds after the start. That means the trolley had just started moving. So its initial velocity is 0. So we have to calculate the final velocity. So you have v, u, a and t. So which equation would be appropriate for this? The first equation, because it connects all of them. V is equal to u plus at. So u is 0 plus a is 0.02 into 3. So this is equal to 0.06 meter per second. Or this can be written as 6 centimeter per second. So this would be the velocity after 3 seconds from the start. Here comes problem 4. It says that a racing car has a uniform acceleration of 4 meter per second square. Okay, so the acceleration is 4 meter per second square. What distance will it cover in 10 seconds after the start? So here also it is starting, so u will be equal to 0. Time is equal to 10 seconds. So we have to calculate the distance covered, that is s. So in this case, which would be the appropriate equation? The second equation, because it connects u, a, t and s. So this will be s is equal to ut plus half at square. Now u is equal to 0. So it becomes half at square, that is equal to half into a into t square. So this comes out to be 200 meters. Let's look at the next problem. A stone is thrown in a vertically upward direction with a velocity of 5 meter per second. So it says that if the acceleration of the stone during its motion is 10 meter per second square in the downward direction, what will be the height attained by the stone and how much time will it take to reach there? Okay, so in this case, what's happening? There is a stone which is thrown upward. So first when the stone is thrown upward, it reaches a maximum height and then falls back towards the ground. So what happens in this case? Initially, the velocity with which it is thrown is 5 meter per second, right? what will happen when the stone is thrown upward? It will reach to the maximum point. So the point where it reached, from where it will revert back and it will start falling back. At that point, that means at that maximum height, the velocity would be 0, because when it reaches the maximum point, it becomes stationary for a while. So at that maximum height, velocity v is equal to 0. So this refers to the maximum height. Right? And what is the acceleration? Acceleration is 10 meters per second square. Now since the stone is moving in the upward direction, but the acceleration due to gravity is in the downward direction, therefore this acceleration would be negative. Now let us suppose that the maximum height is denoted by s. So now using the first equation, we can say v is equal to u plus at. So from this we can say v is equal to u plus a is minus 10 into t. So from this we find that t is equal to 0.5 seconds. So that means this is the time taken for the stone to reach the maximum height. Now we have to calculate the maximum height h and also the time it will take to reach there. So we have already calculated the time taken to reach there, time taken to reach the maximum height. Now we have to calculate s. Now let us make use of the third equation, that is v square is equal to u square plus 2as. So this will be equal to 0 square is equal to u square, that is 5 square, plus 2 into a is minus 10 into s. So from this we can say 0 is equal to 25 minus 20s, or s is equal to 25 by 20, that is equal to 1.25 meters. So this is the maximum height that the stone will reach, and this much amount of time it will take to reach the maximum height. Let's look at problem 6. A motor boat starting from rest on a lake accelerates in a straight line at a constant rate of 3 meters per second square for 8 seconds. So how far does the boat travel during this time? So that means there is a motor boat which starts from rest. So initial velocity is equal to 0. Acceleration is constant, which is 3 meters per second square, and for how much time it travels? It travels for 8 seconds. So how far does the boat travel during this time? So we have to calculate s. So looking at the values which we need and which we have, second equation would be the best option. So s is equal to ut plus half at square, that is equal to 0 plus half into a into t square, that is 8 into 8. So this will be 4. So this comes out to be 96 meters. So this much distance the boat will travel during this time. Let's look at the last problem of this section. It says a ball is gently dropped from a height of 20 meters. If the velocity increases uniformly at the rate of 10 meters per second square, so increase rate at which the velocity changes is nothing but acceleration. So height, that is s, is given as 20 meters. Acceleration is given as 10 meters per second square. With what velocity will it strike the ground? V has to be found out, and the stone is dropped from a height. So that means when it was dropped initially, initial velocity was 0. Right? So let's make use of the third equation, which is v square is equal to u square plus 2as. So from this we can say 0 plus 2 into a into s. So that is equal to 400. So from this we see v is equal to 20 meters per second. Now next part, after what time will it strike the ground? So we have to find out the time. So in order to find out the time, we'll make use of the first equation, which is v is equal to u plus at. So t becomes equal to v minus u by a, that is equal to 20 minus 0 divided by 10. So this is equal to 2 seconds. So after 2 seconds, the ball will strike the ground. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.